Everybody, good afternoon. So I had a thought earlier, and I'm not trying to be a dick when I say this, but there's like 80% of the population is severely overweight. And a lot of that ties into us not saying things to people that we care about because we don't want to hurt their feelings. Our military is overweight. Most of the people are overweight. How do you think that affects our national security? There's a gun under every blade of grass or something like that, but the dude's too fat to get up and use the rifle. Our diet ties in, and not just everybody else. I'm overweight too. Our habits of eating have become so atrocious in this country. There's millions of people starving that would literally kill to eat what you throw away. We take things for granted so bad in this country. But like grocery stores, whatever, they would rather throw the food away and use it as a write-off than to give it away, because if they give it away they can't use it as a write-off, or they're afraid they're going to be sued if somebody gets sick from it. Whatever. It's a bunch of horseshit is what it is. But anyway, our diet affects how you apply yourself in life. It applies to everything. It applies to your health, your mental stability, how you feel about yourself. Obviously, if you're overweight, you're going to feel bad about yourself. But we need to be there for our people that we love in our life. If you have a neighbor, hey dude, like, you're kind of getting overweight, and don't be a dick about it, but just, we need to hear that. Everybody is so afraid to, feel bad for their thoughts. Like, oh, that guy called me fat, how fucking dare you, blah blah blah. No, like, we need to hear that. We need to have this stuff click in our head to be like, hey, maybe I am overweight. I've heard 37 people say that to me today. Maybe I should lose some weight. It ties into all our food that we eat, all this garbage. And all the other countries around the world, not most, but a lot of the food that we eat as Americans is banned, or severely limited. Because all the nasty chemicals that they put in it, all the dyes that they put in it, like Kool-Aid. If you let your kids drink Kool-Aid, you should feel bad. You should feel ashamed of yourself. All the dyes that they put in that their studies show that are known to cause stuff, but we continue to do it. All the processed food that we eat. We are so a convenient society of, oh, it's easier just to go out and eat a hamburger. My brother was telling me that he read somewhere that in one hamburger from McDonald's, there is generally between 80 to 100 different cows in that one hamburger, because they grind all this shit up and they just spew it out. Has anybody seen the video about how they make chicken nuggets? What's in that? Or hot dogs or anything like that? And I get prepping, buying canned food, buying canned meat. You gotta do what you gotta do, whatever, to survive. But if you just initially try to grow some of your own food, and try to buy local food that doesn't have all this processed crap in it, learn how to make your own lunch meat, go hunting, how to raise your own, vegetables and stuff. And I'm not saying everybody can do it all. I certainly can't where I live at. But you can do where you're at, even if you're in an apartment. You can grow something. You can learn how to do something with your hands to process some kind of food. Or you can find a local farmer, or you can find somebody on Facebook selling eggs. There are so many regulations on food, with what can go in it, how they process it, what chemicals they have to add to make it safe for people. I was listening to Glenn Beck this morning, and they were talking about raw milk, and he said from like the 1990s till now, there have been like 3 or 4 cases of people dying from raw milk. I don't know, some kind of allergy or whatever. 3 people. How many people have died from processed foods throughout from the 90s till now? How many times do you go on the internet and you read, oh, another recall because it's got metal shavings in it or a dead rat or whatever? I remember one time I was eating, I don't remember the brand, but it was a beef stew. And one side it was in English and the other side it was in Spanish. But I pulled that shit out and there was a Band-Aid in it. But that's safer than making your own, apparently. There will come a time in this country where they will just straight up ban growing your own food. It will be illegal to raise your own food. How many of y'all live in a town where you're not allowed to have chickens? Where your HOA says you can't have a garden? You need to get away from all that. Get away from places that say you can't do stuff to produce for yourself. Some states, it's illegal to collect rainwater. Or you have to have a permit for a garden. No. Don't listen to that shit. Get away from it. Get away from where there are so many regulations on what you're allowed to do, to where the only thing you are able to do is go to work. I don't understand how these people live in these $500,000-$600,000 houses, $1 million houses, but the yard is, I don't know, 30 square feet. That blows my mind. I could never live in something like that. And maybe that's you. Maybe you enjoy living close to people like that. Good for you. But I don't think that's how people are supposed to live in this world. I really don't. I do not feel like... I feel so uncomfortable being around that many houses. I feel very awkward and out of place. I can't stand when I go to the city and I see more houses than the trees. Maybe that's just because I grew up in the country. Maybe. Whatever. But you need to get somewhere to where you are able to produce your own food. Just on the prepper side of it, hey, you can grow your own food in case the world goes to shit. Or not if, but when. Here lately, it's only a matter of time. But you need to learn to grow your own food to be healthier and to start taking charge in your life about how you interact with it. Most people nowadays just sit around and eat because they have nothing. They have no purpose. They have nothing to do. Or they're at their desk eating. Or they have a bedtime snack at 3 o'clock in the morning. How many of y'all woken up and just started eating ice cream because you're bored? I can't go to sleep. You wake up and you feel like crap. We need to break that cycle. You need to be healthy for yourself, for your family, for your kids. You need to teach your kids about health. Or we really only need to eat, twice a day, 3 times a day. And people have breakfast and they have a snack in between, and then they have, luncheons, and they got lunch, and they got another snack, and then they got dinner, and then they got dessert, and then they got right before they go to bed. And then you drink all day, and you get drunk, and you get the drunken munchies, and then you're eating pizza till 2 o'clock in the morning. I've been there. I think we've all been there. My thing is, I never had anybody teach me about it growing up. I never had that father figure role model in my life to teach me good and bad. I had to figure all that on my own. Why am I getting fat still? It took a long time, and it's still hard to break. But the more we talk about it, like this body shaming. Oh, I don't call them fat. You can't call them fat. That's rude. No, rude is letting your friend continue to get overweight and start having health problems. All this diabetes, all these mental problems that we're having, and physical problems that we are having, 90% of it is because of our what we intake in our body, what we consume. Whether it be food or whether it be the media, that's brain food, and that's destroying you too. That's something completely different. But you can do something about it. You can turn the damn news off. You can turn the garbage off, turn Netflix off, turn off all these reality shows, turn off what they're programmed to do to sell you. These large corporations make this shit to sell. They do not care about your health. If somebody gets sick and dies and sues them, that's what, a couple $1 million? Yeah, whatever. You won your court hearing. Here's $1 million. You'll be happy. Your kid dies, but you're happy. You got $1 million. Whatever. They make more selling you the garbage than they have to pay out. And then they just write that off as a loss, so it doesn't really matter. There's more people buying this shit than suing them. But they pay for advertisement. I'm assuming most people know how advertisement works. The corporation pays these people to broadcast their shit. Those people sell the shit. They advertise it, you buy it because you keep seeing it. You look around, driving down the road, going down all the advertisements everywhere. Buy this, buy that. Subconsciously, you think about it. Oh yeah, I am hungry. That's why McDonald's. That's why all these fast food chains are red, because red triggers something in people's brains to make them feel like they're hungry. They've spent millions of dollars on this kind of stuff in studies to figure out what people, the way people are affected with colors and sounds and noises and everything. But we're so wrapped up in it, and we work all the time, and we're so focused on just, oh my God, it's the weekend. Finally, I can have a couple days off and get to do stuff I want to do. We're so focused on that, the 2 days that we get off during the week. We don't have time to, I'll start the gym New Year's, man. Everybody starts on New Year's, and then a week later or a month later or whatever, I can't do that. I don't have time for it. It's this cycle that we are all in, and it doesn't seem like anybody can break it because nobody is talking about it, because it's looked down upon. You look like an asshole when you say, hey dude, you're getting kind of fat. But I don't want to be that asshole that tells them that, because I'm not an asshole. But you are an asshole because you're letting your friends consume this shit. Everybody will call you crazy. Man, you shouldn't be listening to the mainstream media. It's terrible for you. You shouldn't be eating that stuff that's known to cause cancer. It's known to be poisonous. Oh, wow, that's crazy. And they'll eat more of it. They'll drink more of it. If they don't listen to them, I don't know what to tell you. Fuck them, I guess. All you can do is tell people. But nobody wants to tell the people because they feel bad about it. I tell people all the time, you shouldn't do that. That's bad. Oh, you're just being an ass. You're just being rude. No, I'm telling you because I know that is bad. And if you don't want to listen to me, then whatever, go for it. All you can do is tell people. The more people that we continue to try to wake up to this fact or this stuff, like Alex Jones was telling people 20 years ago about what was going on, and that dude's a fucking nut. He's crazy. And not so crazy now when all of his shit's coming true. Telling you the facts. And it wasn't just him. There was so many other people that were telling people to wake up, look at this shit. The government does not care about you. They do not care about you in a sense that you think caring about somebody is. They care about a number. You are a number to them. You are digits. You are just another head in the cog to make the fucking thing turn. You are a percentage. That is all you are to them. And people believe, oh, the government's there to help me. The government is there to protect us. Like, they will know what's good that I consume. There was a movie, I can't remember the movie, what it was called, but the guy, he put on the glasses, and everybody like the obey sign or whatever, and you see all the advertisements everywhere, you know, everything looks pretty and happy and funny, and then he puts the glasses on and it shows reality. Everybody's decrepit zombies. Buy this, spend your money here. If anybody, I can't remember the movie, but it was pretty good, pretty eye-opening. But going back to what I was talking about, mainly to wrap this up, because I've been yapping for a minute. Your food is literally poisoning you. It is literally killing you. It's making you fat and stupid, and it's designed to do that. Wake up with it. Break out of the system. Start growing your own food. Start buying locally. Learning how to take care of your body. Because when shit hits the fan and you are severely overweight and you can't protect yourself or your family or your kids, you're going to feel really bad about yourself. You're going to say, damn, I should have tried harder. Man, I wish I would have done that. Man, I wish I would have, did a couple sit-ups. Or took karate or bought a bicycle or whatever. We need to wake up and learn to take care of our bodies. Learn to be healthy. There's a reason that a hamburger is $2.99 and a salad is $8. We are programmed. We are pushing it. We are pushed in a direction. And like any other human, you take the lazy way. Humans are a convenient creature. This is easy. This is a lot easier than that. Let's not be that anymore. Let's get up and do something about our life. Let's make our lives better. Let's prepare our lives more. Because if you don't, you're going to die. We're all going to die anyway, but at least you'll be healthy knowing that you gave it your best, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. And I will talk to everybody later. Y'all have a fantastic evening.